What up, Love is Blind lovers? Today I'm back with a surprise episode, or video, because I just wanted to share my thoughts about this season of Love is Blind, season 7, thus far, okay? I've made reaction videos to Love is Blind in the past, but honestly, they were like pretty garbage. So please don't watch them. And now I truly feel like sharing my thoughts on this situation pre-reunion. The reunion drops tomorrow, October 30th. Opinions might change once we hear a little bit about some things in that episode. So I wanted to share, what I've thought leading up to this, because there's a lot of drama, a lot of gossip, a lot of opinions about things in the season so far. I didn't even know half this stuff was going on, and then I started seeing like headlines about it, and I was like, okay, all right, this is crazy. But yeah, so I guess strap in and make sure you hit subscribe. And then let's do it. There's quite a few couples on this season that did get engaged, okay? I'm really only going to talk about the ones that made it to Mexico. Garrett and Taylor, first of all, they're perfect for each other, so I'm not even going to talk about them because there's just no drama there. They're amazing, they're perfect, that's what we all wish for, and hope for, and they're so cute, and there's science things, and it's like a love that I hope to find, okay? Although I did see like people, just specifically one person in a comment section be like, I don't know, I liked his old hair better. Like, if you guys have been watching his Instagram and Love is Blind Instagram, they've been posting about him now in the present day, and he has long hair now, and it looks really good. And yeah, somebody was like, oh, I like his old hair, like this hair is ugly, and I'm like, buddy, no. Joking though, because obviously like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but looks a million times better with the long hair, okay? I have this like opinion that when people get in relationships, they start to actually like learn how to like look better. I don't know why, like people just have glow ups in relationships, but this is an example of that, okay? And just to kind of summarize what I've been seeing about all the drama is I just have been seeing everybody bashing all the guys and taking, the girls' sides and things. That's kind of the first thing I saw, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Because especially in the first few episodes, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit behind these other people, in catching up, but a lot of these guys seem pretty good, and I was like, what the heck is going on? What did they do? Like, everyone hates the guys, they love the girls, whatever. So I was like, I gotta see for myself, okay? And we'll start with the first example of Tim and Alex. No one really threw any major red flags in the pods between Tim and Alex. They both seemed fine. They seemed like a good match for each other, and everything was great, and we all were so hopeful, right? In Mexico, they end up having a big fight, and Tim is like ready to leave the experiment. He's ready to like pack his bags and dip, right? Now, everybody on the internet was like, oh, Tim is so dramatic, like blah, blah, blah. He's so, making a big deal out of nothing. Just a crybaby, whatever, right? And I'm just like, what? Because when I saw the debrief about their fight, I was like very much so on Tim's side. It did not seem like Alex was respectful at all during their fight. Obviously, it didn't show us the fight. It seemed like she was super wasted. He said that she called him out his name. We can assume what kind of things, she called him. And either way, why are you that comfortable calling him out his name, like, literally the first time you guys are meeting in real life, and what did he do to deserve that, right? And things like that can hurt, right? It's like you do not respect the person enough to, speak to them with respect. And like, if a person doesn't respect you, that kind of is a big deal. We also saw, throughout their time in Mexico or whatever, he's joking around, like joking left and right, before this fight happens or whatever. And he's like putting on like a stupid hat and like blah, blah, blah. And Alex is just like not having it. Like, she's just like, she doesn't even understand that it's a joke and not even faking a laugh. Like, come on, dude, what are you doing? Like, he's trying to make you laugh. He's trying to, bust your balls and stuff. And you're just like, oh my God, I'd rather kill myself, And then also he was like, oh, I didn't even know you had a nose ring. Like, you didn't say that, blah, 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 right? Obviously in like a complimentary way. Like, he even says like, oh, I love it. It looks nice, whatever. And she's just like, right from the get-go, yeah, well, I have one. Yeah, well, it's not going anywhere. Yeah. Look, he's not telling you to remove it, dude. He's just telling you, oh, I didn't know you had a nose ring. That's hot. That's nice. I like it. What the frick are you doing? Why are you so defensive about your nose ring? Like, did somebody ask you to remove your nose ring in the past? And if they did, why are you taking it out on Tim? Oh my, and then Alex takes a nap while his parents are over, when they came specifically to meet her and blah blah blah. And everyone's like, "Oh, a team nap." Buddy, that's disrespectful. Like, or at the very least you could be like, "Hey guys, I am so sorry. Like, I'm so exhausted and I just feel like I'm not the best version of myself right now. Like, so I'm going to go take a nap." Right? And I'm so sorry, blah blah blah, whatever. Yeah, I think it's a little disrespectful to go nap when people have come all this way to see you and all that. Um, did he have to act like she like murdered somebody? Like, no, okay? All I'm gonna say is Alex comes off very disrespectful and like selfish. After the pods, again, in the pods, she seemed just fine and I didn't have anything against her. And I don't wanna like pick sides or whatever, but pre-reunion, I'm kind of on Tim's side, okay? I'm not just gonna take the girl's side just to take the girl's side, okay? Like, I would never do that unless it was like, required.
The answer will always be yes, unless no is required.
I truly do think that Alex is the one that had, done more things wrong, and Tim was warranted in how he was feeling. Okay, and next up we have Hannah and Nikki D. Okay, so what can I say about these two? Okay, I'm not even gonna talk about in the pods because that was like a show when it came to Hannah and everything, and Nikki D being like, oh, I look like Travis Kelce, oh, I look like Henry Cavill. No, you don't. But it's okay, like, whatever, but stop talking about how people look, right? Anyway, post pods, when they meet in real life, seems like he's pretty into her, to be honest with you, and Hannah just friggin' fumbles it right from the get-go. Like, she's just being a dick the entire time. Like, I don't know who hurt you, buddy, but like, you are doing, it almost seems like she is scared of him dropping her, so she's being like a dick to begin with and kind of trying to have like the upper hand and trying to be like the one who cares less in the situation. But she's literally just being rude. She's not even trying to say things in a respectful way. She's literally shitting on him in front of her sibling, like, for no friggin' reason. And like, the second he decides to make a joke of the same nature, like, he's crucified for it. It was all like really gross and uncomfortable to watch. And yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know. Hannah was just pissing me off the entire time. Also, the whole riding the duck thing or whatever, like, she totally exaggerated and said that lady, called her a B word, okay? But I'm pretty sure she didn't. Regardless, it wasn't something to get so pissed off about. I think that that's something that should be talked about, like if you have insecurities and jealousy, though Hannah would probably never admit that, and she doesn't seem the type to admit that she has jealousy issues like that. But you could talk to the person in a normal way and be like, hey, in the future, like, it would mean a lot to me if you maybe reacted this way, or stood up for me in a situation like this, blah blah blah, whatever. Basically, I don't like how Hannah did anything. It's weird, okay, and rude and unnecessary. Okay, I will say though, like, apparently, like, in the preview or trailer thing for the reunion, she ends up being like, oh, Nikki D said that he wants to just be the most famous person to come from like Love Is Blind or whatever, right? That still, I think, doesn't explain why she was a dick the entire time. So, I don't know. I'm not necessarily picking a side, but I don't like Hannah, so, Okay, next we'll do Ramses and Marissa, okay? This one, I don't know. I wasn't obsessed with their union from the beginning, although, it's clear they had feelings for each other. They're super into each other. Like, the chemistry is, the chemistry is unreal between them, and I love that they're just like stuck to each other. I That's great. That's awesome. And they can't get enough of each other. But what the internet was, holding on to during this time here is their conversation about their sexual activity, basically. And the internet was saying, oh, Ramses is like, oh, blah, 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 like because he has to wear a condom, and he's now crying like a little baby, right? Okay, so I was like, damn, I was like, that's not a good color on anybody. So I went to go watch, the episode myself, because again, I was behind, so I had to go watch that. And it really wasn't that black and white. Okay, like, from my perspective, basically, like it sounded like Marissa was saying, hey, I don't want to go on birth control because I don't like how I feel on it, but like we can't continue doing what we've been doing, without any protection or contraception, and unless you want to have a baby right now. Okay. But apparently it was fine for her to keep doing what she was doing like the month prior when they were like in Mexico and, living together or whatever. Now, this is weird because Ramses obviously has like an expectation set, right? Which, like, again, you should never have an expectation, I guess, regarding sex. And if she changes her mind about something, she changes her mind about something, and you gotta respect that. But, like, if you were fine not using protection, for a month or whatever up until this point, why suddenly have you decided that it's either like it's friggin' you guys are having a baby or like you got to start using protection or something, okay? I don't know if this is coming out clearly, but I also just want to say that in the pods, I'm pretty sure she said that she wanted a kid in 5 to 7 years. Because I remember him then being like, oh, 5 to 10 years, and then she's like, oh, I said 5 to 7, by the way. But I couldn't find the episode when I was like trying to do this, look for the episode like right before recording this, okay? So if I'm wrong, please correct me, but if that is how that conversation went, why are you now suddenly 1 month into the engagement saying we're gonna start having a like trying for a baby right now? Like, to me it really just seemed like she said what she needed to say in terms of the expectation of like when they were gonna have a baby, in the pods, and then when it came to like real life, she was now changing her mind and almost like tricked him into thinking it was gonna be further away than it was. I don't know. Like, it seemed like he was also pretty taken aback by that, but didn't really know how to like word it. And I could be completely wrong, but that is how I saw this, because I was like, her goal in that conversation seemed to be, hey, let's start trying for a baby. But, that's my perspective of the situation. So I guess let me know. I don't necessarily want to pick a side because he was still kind of like gross in the way that he was like reacting and talking about it. I feel like they were both being kind of weird. So yeah, but I'm definitely not like team fuck all the guys, okay, of this season. I'm like, especially not in this situation. I think Marissa definitely played a part in doing something wrong there. Okay, now the mother effing kicker of all kickers, okay? Freaking Tyler and Ashley. Now, this is mind-boggling, okay? I saw the internet's talking, oh my god, Tyler, 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 Tyler this, Tyler that, and I'm like, bro, we're talking about Tyler's an angel. Tyler's, he's been just so, oh my god, like so head over heels for Ashley since day one, right? And I thought this man's could do no wrong, right? But I'm not gonna lie, he did seem too perfect. When someone's like too good to be true, it definitely seemed like that sort of situation. And oh my god, okay, so essentially he told Ashley in the episode that he fathered 3 children by sperm donation, okay? And had like failed to mention this at all during the pods, which obviously would like it would cause some consideration anyway for the partner, right? So she didn't have a chance to process all that in the pods, and that caused a kind of a little bit of a, you know, ruffle in their feathers, whatever. I was like, damn, I was like, that's pretty messed up, right? Like, whatever. But then I saw the internet told me, oh my god, like the baby mama saying this, and oh, he only donated sperm for one of those children, not all three of them. The other two were like biological. And I'm like, holy shit. So then I went and watched the video that the baby mama posted. Okay. She was like, yes, it's true. Like, he only donated the sperm for the first one, but the other two, were had out of like a consensual, sexual relationship, blah, 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 whatever. But she was really like skirting around details and even certain like wording because like she identifies as a lesbian, but obviously like slept with this man. And that doesn't look great. So, she kind of addressed that, but like really vaguely as well. And then like confirmed basically that like Tyler has been actively raising these kids with this person, with her. And, and then like kind of disowned him in the episode of Love is Blind, like where he was just like, oh, they don't even know what I look like. They were all sperm donations, whatever. Okay. Jesus. And if that wasn't enough, then I found an interview where they actually were able to get the baby mama's ex on the line, okay? And this person came and revealed so much more information and like super like important details to actually form any opinion on this situation, okay? And to fill in the blanks of like what the baby mama was saying, okay? So it's crazy. It's literally crazy, okay? Essentially, Tyler and his friend group, including this baby mama, were basically doing a Diddy situation. Okay, they were having like sexual affairs and like all these things. Okay, with each other. It was all kind of consensual between them, but anyone who wasn't involved in these like sex parties or whatever they were doing, hangouts, okay, were also people that were unaware that this stuff was happening. So the baby mama's ex was like aware to a degree, but didn't know that the baby mama was participating. Okay. Tyler was engaged to somebody and his fiance didn't know that this was going on while he was participating in these things and cheating on her effectively. Okay. And like, I mean, that's already whack enough, but it is kind of nefarious if you think about it when they were doing it without, having their partners know, and they were doing it in secret. Okay, so that does say something about Tyler's personality, in my opinion. Anyway, so then apparently, like when, back in the day, whatever, let's rewind, 5 years or something. Tyler's a really good friend of the baby mama. The baby mama is dating, her ex. They decide that they want to have a child together because the baby mama didn't have her own child. The ex already did have a child, right? And they wanted the ex wanted a sperm donor that they didn't know. And the baby mama was like, oh, I have two friends like in our friend group that are willing to donate the sperm. And like, so that was a bit of a issue between them too. And like the ex agreed and said fine, like it's your baby, like let's just use a friend, whatever. And then apparently they tried from the basting method or whatever, the turkey method, I don't know, okay. They tried doing the whole procedure a couple times with Tyler's sperm and it didn't stick. You know what I mean? Like they didn't get pregnant. And then at one point, the ex went out of town, and when she got back, the baby mama was like, hey, it worked, like I'm pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And the ex was like, but how? Like we didn't even try. Like basically with the timeline, she confirmed, she's like, it could not have been from the 2 times that we previously tried while I was still there by the donations, essentially, right? It would have happened after that or whatever in some time frame when she was out of town, based on like how far along she was, which is messed up. Okay, so at this point, we now know that Tyler and the baby mama are FUCKing, okay, and cheating on their respective partners and everything. Yeah, it's not a great look, okay. And then after they have that baby, apparently Tyler starts helping baby mama basically fight for custody of the baby, okay? Because baby mama and her ex are like breaking up or whatever, going through a rough patch, and now Tyler is like fighting alongside the baby mama to be like, no, like I'm gonna help raise this baby, like blah blah blah, whatever, screw the ex, whatever, and completely push her out. They succeeded at doing that, and then also Tyler and baby mama got pregnant again while they were in this relationship situationship thing, and then ended up having twins. So yeah, yeah. And then Tyler was raising these three kids as his own, and I think living with the baby mama during this entire time. And then baby mama said that Tyler hasn't seen the kids for like a year, like since right before leaving to go film this season of Love Is Blind. And now, like, that happened forever ago. And now he's whatever, probably still with Ashley, and just has not been back to see the kids. Now, we don't know all what Tyler has told Ashley, like, post filming. We will find that out at the reunion. But we did see Ashley was commenting in, these threads or whatever online, when people were like bashing Tyler and bashing Ashley for like staying with him, to our knowledge or whatever. And she was saying like, oh, blah, 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 like you don't know the full story, etc., etc. And I don't know, like maybe ignorance is bliss, like I don't know. And there was also a little snippet in the preview of the reunion where Tyler was like, oh, I don't owe, an explanation to anybody but Ashley. I was like, okay, well, maybe to your kids as well, buddy, but, I don't know. But I'm definitely, it seems like they are going to ask the hard questions. That's been another topic, right? Is like, oh my God, they're not going to ask the hard questions at the reunion. It's going to be such a waste of time, blah, blah, blah. But based on like the little, trailer of it, it seems like they are asking some of the harder questions. But I just hope they do it justice and don't just like gloss over certain things. But it seems like they are going to. Okay, but I want to just kind of share my opinion, because it is different than what the majority of the internet thinks. But yeah, anyway, just my opinion. So if you guys want to like disagree or something, you can go ahead and do that in a respectful manner in the comments, and otherwise I might make a video after the reunion drops, to update you guys and be like, oh my freaking God, like what just happened, and if I need to, change my opinion, right? But yeah, anyway, that's all from me today. It was good to be back momentarily. Hope I see you guys again soon. And bye.